I fought guys like Jake Paul 10 times in a week in the amateurs, won titles, national titles. Like, this guy can't live with me.
Tommy, the fight with Jake Paul, third time round, third time lucky, hopefully. It's finally been announced. Why do you think now is the right time to fight Jake Paul?
I think, this fight was always destined to happen. What happened in the past was out of my hands, was out of my control. But at the end of the day, what is in the past stays in the past. We're 4 weeks out, February 26. We fly over to Saudi Arabia and we put on a great show for the fans.
We spoke to your dad last week and he said he reckons this is the best you've ever looked, the sharpest you've looked. Is that something you would agree with? Do you feel like you're in the best condition you've been going into a fight?
Yeah, most definitely, 100%. This is the best I've ever felt. It's the best I've ever looked in the gym. I mean, my dad's there every single training session, believing no stone unturned. And this will be the best Tommy Fury turning up in Saudi Arabia.
You and Jake, you've got a lot of bad blood, a lot of back and forth over social media. Both of you rightly very confident, but why are you so confident that you can beat him in Saudi Arabia?
I'm so confident I can beat him out in Saudi Arabia because I was beating better men than Jake Paul at 14 and 15 years old. And that's just the top and the bottom of it. Jake Paul's been training for the past 3 years. I've been training all my life. I fought guys like Jake Paul 10 times in a week in the amateurs, won titles, national titles. Like, this guy can't live with me. The only reason why this is a close fight is because he's got a big social media presence, and that's it. But I'll prove on the 26th of February that followers can't fight for you.
Jake is someone who's also venturing into MMA as well, so he's got that on his plate as well. He also acts as a promoter as well. Do you think these extra distractions, they could be a negative factor for him as well? Or what do you make of him going into the MMA as well?
Well, it just shows who the professional is here, isn't he? He's doing all these signings, deals, MMAs and all that sort of stuff, and I'm in the gym grinding. I'm not focused on anything else other than beating Jake Paul. And that's the difference here. He's focused on flying halfway around the world, doing whatever, signing MMA contracts and whatnot. I'm in the gym every day preparing to KO this man. And that's the difference. And I do believe he signed his MMA contract and he's teeing up the MMA stuff because he knows what's going to happen to him on the 26th.
Do you think this fight's going to go far? Do you think it's going to be a quick one, first round?
In my honest opinion, I don't think the fight goes more than 4 rounds. Yeah, the way I'm looking in the gym, what I'm doing to sparring partners and the fashion that I'm doing it in, this fight will definitely not go the distance. Definitely not.
Tyson said if you lose, not to bother coming back from Saudi Arabia. Is those sort of comments from your brother, are they sort of like added fire into the belly, or does it add a bit more pressure onto you as well, knowing that your family, they obviously want you to win, but that added pressure of knowing it's win at all costs?
Yeah, it's no added pressure at all. I mean, everybody knows my dad, like I've said time and time again. They sell pay-per-views, they hype stuff up, they say funny things, and that's that. That's it. But at the end of the day, my dad, Tyson, everybody in my team knows what's going to happen on the 26th. And whatever stuff we need to do before, we will do, like we're doing.
Your family as well, given the fact that it's such a prestigious history in boxing, has that sort of they've got so much experience, having them as mentors in the camp, not just inside the ring but outside the ring, the preparation, sort of mentally, emotionally, physically, has that helped you no end and made you a better boxer going into this fight as well? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I've just got fighting people all around me. Every single one of my coaches have won titles in the past. My dad was a tough boxer back in the 80s where men were men. Fought world champions. Henry Acker one day, WBO world champion, he went on to win. Tyson, the best fighter that I've ever seen in my opinion. These are my family, my brother, my dad. So I can't go wrong. I've got the best people around me in the world for the job that I'm in.
And just on a final note, obviously it's an unthinkable thing for you to say that you would lose, but if you were to lose, do you think you would retire from boxing? Or if Jake was to lose, do you think he would also retire from boxing?
I can't answer that question on my behalf because that's not something that's going to happen anytime soon, especially not of Jake Paul. For Jake Paul, when he loses to me, yes, he won't box again. There's no way he can. After everything that he said, after everything that he's done, once he loses to me on February 26th, he won't box ever again.
Do you think as well, obviously with the social media element, both of you such big social figures, there's that added pressure of losing as well, because it's not just from a sort of pride sense in the ring, but also, what social media is like these days. People will be going on about it for a very long time. So is that in the back of your mind as well, or are you just all focused on yourself?
No, I'm all focused on myself. I mean, Jake Paul has got more to lose than me on social media because that's his game, that's his world. Just like his brother Logan was talking a big game and KSI beat him. He had to deal with it. I'm sure he can go to Logan for pointers on how to recover. But at the end of the day, I'll be going on to bigger and better things.
Tommy, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.